Hey everyone, I'm Devin.
I'm Todd.
And we're the Whiskey Sippers.
Sometimes you want a bottle, but you're looking for something a little different. It doesn't necessarily have to be from a legacy distillery. And today we're going to tell you the 4 bottles that fall outside those legacy distilleries that you should be looking for.
After this. Hey everyone, so today we're going to talk about non-legacy distilleries. So those that mostly, I have one that's on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, but most of them are not. But we're going to talk about distilleries that maybe you haven't heard of, or some that you're maybe looking forward to, haven't heard much about, and we'll just get right into it. So today I'm going to start talking about John J. Bowman Single Barrel. So this is the Abraham A. Smith Bowman Distillery. Bowman, John J. Everyone's all over the place with the distillery name, but for me at least. John J. Bowman, delicious. Single barrel, 100 proof, and it's Buffalo Trace distillate, which, you know, I'm sure everyone really enjoys Buffalo Trace. Some people you might not like it as much, but over the hype about it. But the John J. Bowman Single Barrel, I find it to be delicious. This is a Master Distiller pick, 100 proof, and I find it to be quite good. So Todd, what is your second pick?
My first pick is...
First pick, my bad. My, you know what I mean.
So I'm not a huge fan of Texas whiskey in general.
Yep.
But this specific distillery and bottle I do really enjoy. It is the Still Austin Cask Strength. This has a very sweet citrus note to it. And unlike some of the other Texas whiskey, which I find kind of abrasive, this one is a very nice drinker. And, you know, obviously it's not legacy or on the Bourbon Trail. It's nowhere near Kentucky.
It's a little off the beaten path.
Yeah. But they're doing a really nice things down there at Still Austin. And this is the bottle that from them that I found that I really like.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's 116 and change cask strength, you know, depending on what it is. Anywho, so my second bottle is the Chattanooga whiskey. It's 111 proof. This is a great bottle, $46. Definitely not on the Bourbon Trail and not a legacy distillery, but anytime I do a blind or my wife does a blind pour, she always likes to throw this in there in the mix. It's 111 proof, so it can compete with those higher age barrel proof ones or slightly lower proof, and kind of beats those out because of the proof. So for me, the Chattanooga 111 has always been a pretty good pick and a solid bourbon for me. So Todd, what's next for you?
So when we did our best bourbons on the shelves, a couple of the bottles I picked were actually fit to this category, so I couldn't not have them.
Yeah.
So the first one I have out of those is the Sagamore Spirits Double Oak. Distillery out of Maryland, they do source. They use a lot of MGP juice, although now they've had their own distillate. But it's a fantastic bottle. I love rye. If you like rye, or even if you don't like rye and it's really something you're trying to try, this is a very sweet because of the double oak.
Yeah. And
it doesn't have some of those grassy herbal notes. Just a fantastic bottle. And for a non-legacy distillery, it's hard to beat.
Yep. Well, my next pick, Mark Carter and his wife have been doing some good things at Old Carter. So I went with an Old Carter. It's the Batch 12 American Whiskey. It's at 133.3 proof. She actually designed this label off just a drawing, but I think they've been doing a lot of good things. They do a lot of sourcing, I think, from MGP and other distilleries, but when they do their blending and their putting things together, I feel like they've been really delivering on their bourbons and whiskeys. And this has been a solid pour for me. And I was really happy to pick this up the last time I was in Kentucky, and it's quite delicious. So, Tom, what's your next pick?
Okay. So I've talked about this bottle several times. I hype it up and I'll continue to do so. And it fits into this category. The Redwood Empire Pipe Dream Cask Strength. Coming out of California. I think this distillery is doing a lot of great things. They have a lot of great bottles. Besides this one, the Emerald Giant Cask Strength is fantastic. The Rocket Top and Grizzly Beast are both very good. And I haven't had some of their new offerings I'm looking forward to getting and trying. But, you know, again, they do source a lot of their whiskey, but they blend them. But this bottle is just a can't miss, in my opinion. So the Redwood Empire Pipe Dream Cask Strength.
Yeah, 116.8 proof. We put this against our allocated versus non-allocated for our Four Roses limited edition. Yeah, you should definitely check that one out. But this was definitely a pretty good pour. So Well, my last pick, which is the one I have on the Bourbon Trail, but it is not a legacy distiller. However, it is pretty good. Anyway, depending on your palate and what you like and your availability to find, it's kind of a 2-for-1, but either or. The Michter's 10-year bourbon or 10-year rye. If you like rye, I definitely recommend the rye. If you like bourbon, like bourbon. So, but either way, I used to not be as much of a rye guy. I was always a bourbon connoisseur. But getting into the higher aged or this distillate from Michter's or wherever it comes from, Brown-Forman. But this has been quite delicious. And it really got me into ryes, and I've obviously gotten into more of their ryes and some other ryes. So I feel like either or, whether you're able to find one or the other, or if you're able to find both, the 10-year or the limited edition expressions from Michter's has delivered pretty well for me, and I think it will deliver well for you. So, Todd, what is your last pick?
All right, so I've talked about this bottle before. I've said this is my favorite craft whiskey when we're talking about something that the distillery is distilling on their own as well as bottling, and it is the Ben Holiday Straight Bourbon Whiskey Rickhouse Proof. So for a new distillery, a craft distillery that does all of their own stuff, this is a fantastic bottle. The distillery itself is fantastic to visit. The juice is great. And it's something that you shouldn't really pass on if you get a chance to get it, especially the Rickhouse Proof. This one is labeled as 6 years old, but I have seen the ones coming out recently as 7 years. So they are age stating as they go along, and at the price, which is around $65-70, can't be beat.
Yeah. So let us know what your favorite craft / non-legacy distiller would be. And if you have a certain pour or pick that you would recommend to us, please let us know in the comments. Just remember to like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get to that 500 subscriber, follower milestone for us. But in the end of the day, just remember the best bourbon or whiskey
is the one you like the most.
All right. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
See you later.